In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful.
سمع الله لمن حمده. I repeat, سمع I repeat that again. سمع الله لمن حمده. Okay, so before we go into the details of the transliteration, so some of the takeaways from this, actually, let me just bring up the picture. Sorry. Okay, so this is something that you say when you are rising up from your bowing position. So remember, whenever you're transitioning position, usually we say Allahu Akbar. So this is when you're rising up from your bowing position, you say this, which, as you can see at the bottom of the screen here, it means that Allah has heard, or Allah hears or listens to the one who praises him. So a couple of things that you can take away from this. One is the excellent reminder that, look, this is a one-on-one conversation. Allah is actually listening to you. Allah is hearing and responding to what you are saying. So it's a good reminder to collect our thoughts and not get distracted. Okay. Second thing is the importance of praise. When we praise Allah, it has a lot of spiritual effect. You realize who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is, your relationship, your love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increases, you magnify Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you realize his greatness, and so on and so forth. And it also has an impact on your conviction when you make dua to Allah. So when we say dua, it means you're asking Allah for something. Okay, and that could be something very simple as, success in a test, or a deal, or a car, or a spouse, or children, whatever it is, happiness, ideas, intelligence, strength, health, whatever it is, right? Or, protection from hellfire, love of Allah, pleasure of Allah, safety from the punishment of the grave, punishment of hellfire, retiring in paradise forever, so on and so forth. So as we make dua to Allah and we praise Allah before the dua, during the dua, it actually helps us increase our conviction and remember who Allah is, what he's able to do, and so on and so forth. And at the same time, also increases the impact, the effect of our dua. And that's the third point I want to remind, that whenever we are talking to Allah, it has an impact. It is not something that's like, okay, whatever, right? It has an impact. It makes your life better, either directly by the way that what you're asking Allah for, or in some indirect fashion, which is part of the details of other courses that you will see. We don't want to make it too long, but this is some of the key reminders that we want to take away from this. Now let's understand the details of the pronunciation. So the first thing is Sami. Okay, Sami. And then I have here is al. So remember the apostrophe that we talked about earlier, it's kind of, the sound is coming off from the middle of the throat. So it's not al, it's not al, it's al. Al. Okay, so just having some sort of distinguishing characteristics of that without going too much into worrying too much about it. Okay, Sami al. And then I have the capital L for heaviness. So lahu, Sami Allahu. Now you may want, so obviously the double A is because there's a stretch, la, right? Otherwise it would be la. So Sami Allahu. And you can see I have capital H here. So sometimes you can see I have capital H and I have a lowercase h. So what's the distinction between these two? So the capital H, I don't think we have seen this so far in the series, is something that comes from, the bottom part of the throat. So it's like ha, ha, ha. So here it would be who. The lowercase h that we have seen so far, that we saw earlier in subhana. So that's something that you can think of as coming from the middle of the throat. Ha, ha, ha. So you can practice that a bit. And this is ha, ha. Okay, so slight difference. If you don't get it, don't worry too much about it at this stage. Okay, so what we have so far is Sami Allahu. Okay, then we have li. Now this one is, remember, this is man. It's not man, it's man, because in the Arabic, look, ma is ma, ba is ba. So we don't have, like, how in English ma could be man in some situation, like man, and it could be it could be different things depending on what's coming after, right? So here it's simpler in Arabic, I hope. It's ma, ba is ba, ca is ka, da is da. Okay, so man, liman. Okay, Sami Allahu liman. And then now we have ha, middle of the throat, hamida. Okay, so Sami Allahu liman hamida. Okay, so this is it for today, and I'll see you in the next episode. Assalamu alaikum.